Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our POS system in PHP MySQL. So now guys, in this video, we are going to start with the category CRUD operation. Okay. So guys, now let's get started. So first, let's move to this admin sidebar and create the category options. So let's move to our editor and let me close all the files. So let's move inside the admin folder. Inside includes, we find that sidebar.php file and let's move on the top. So here we find our dashboard and this is the layout button guys. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to change this to targeting parts and here we are going to update to category. Okay, collapse category and change this and also with this ID. So main focus is about this data bootstrap target should be connecting with this ID. Okay, and now create category and view categories. Okay, so let's copy and create the file name. So let me make it to small categories hyphen create dot php and this is going to be the categories dot php. So now guys, let us copy and create the file. So let's move inside the admin. Inside the admin, create categories dot php and also create the categories create dot php. Let's create that categories hyphen create dot php. Now guys, first step, we are going to view the categories here. We did not change the title of this category, so here instead of layouts, let's tell categories. Let's save and refresh. Perfect. So now guys, let's click on create category or categories. So on this view category, we will create all the basic header and footer parts. So let's get back and let me close this sidebar, move here, and now guys, we can just copy from the admins.php file, copy everything and paste here. So let's move on the top first and change the card header here. Let's tell categories and add category. Okay, and this is going to be the categories create.php. Okay, and this is a message to show whatever happens over there, and this is for looping all the categories. So guys, let us tell here get all, not admins, it's categories. Okay, so this will be our table, and here let's change this variable to categories. Let's copy this variable and let's move below, and here is our for each loop. So categories of item, so it's admin item, let's make it as only item. Okay, this is going to be the status part. So let's remove this email and let's change this to categories. Let's copy and paste this also, categories delete.php, and here no record found and everything ends. So here we need to update this, like if it is equal to checked, that means hidden. If it is not checked, it is visible. So visible. And now guys, you can change the condition here also. Instead of span, let's mention that status. Let's save. And now you need to check the output once. So let's go to our browser, refresh. So here you see we have a fatal error because we don't have a categories named table. Okay, so guys, let's get back to our database and create a new. So let's click new and here is our table name categories. And now guys, let's add the field. So first is ID, then integer 11 digit, and then guys, you need to select the primary key, go, and also the auto increment, and the name varchar of 255. Okay, and then description about the category, let's give varchar and 1000 characters, or you can select the medium text, not medium int, it's medium text, and you can just remove this. And then guys, one status, which is going to be a type of boolean. So boolean data we can make it through tiny int of 1, and as defined it should store 0. Okay, let's add a simple comment here, 0 equal to visible, 1 equal to hidden. Okay, and now guys, let's click to save this record. So let's save, done. So our categories table is created, ID, name, description and status. Perfect. So now guys, let's get back. And if you refresh here, so you find that no record found because our table category doesn't have any record. So now guys, let's go on this add category. So here is our categories create.php. Let's get back to our editor and go to our categories create.php. So now guys, let us copy the basic form things. So let me just show you an here form. So here add form. Let us copy this admin form structure and we can utilize in our category create.php. Okay. So let's move on admin create and yep, let me copy this completely and paste here. Not completely, the required fields only. Okay. So let's copy the ending part, paste it, done. So first step guys, let us change the headings here like add category and the back button is going to be on the categories.php file and this is going to be a back button and yep, to show the message this is alert message and then form starts. Okay, so here the form start and here the form ends, and inside this row column MD12 the category name it's going to be name, it is required, and next field it's going to be a description. So yep, description. And if you want to make it nullable, like if you don't want to give any data, you can just keep that as nullable guys. You can just go back, click on the structure, and here you have not accepted as null. Let's accept as null guys. Okay, just click here null, default that value null, and also it is going to be checked automatically. Let's click to save and here you find yes, it is null. So now guys, yep, let's move back to our editor, description, and here text name attribute description. And guys, I don't want to keep this in an input box, instead I want to keep in a text area. So you can add that text area name attribute description and just control X this form and paste here. You can remove this text area and number of rows is 3 and make this column to full width. And now column MD6, add a label here and remove this for status skip unchecked equal to visible, checked equal to hidden. Okay, let's add a break tag, br tag, and input, which is going to be the checkbox. Add a style attribute here, so we can set the width and height of this checkbox, 20px height height colon 30px, and also the name attribute for this checkbox. So let me add here itself, name equal to status. Okay, and now save it. And yep, for this also you can make it to column 6 and let's break the, and instead of save admin let's tell save category. Done guys, and now let's see the output for this. Let's get back, refresh, perfect. So name, description, and this is the checkbox, and here is your save button. And now guys, let's write the code to save this category details into our database. So let's go to the code.php by copying this category button submit name. So move to your code.php. Let's move below. So guys, use if condition to check the button is clicked or not. So use a post method. The button is save category and we need to get the name from the input field via post method name. Okay, and this validate function helps to validate your input string values. Okay, same way get to the description. Let me copy it, description, copy and paste. Same way guys, you need to check the status. Here you need to check whether that checkbox is set or not. Okay, so instead of validating we are going to check it is clicked or not, it is set or not. So if it is equal to true, then you are going to store 1, else 0. That's it guys. And now let's write the insert query. So let me just copy from above. Where is it? For the save admin, here we go guys. Okay, so let's copy this and the result part also, let's paste. Okay, so let's remove everything and just add the name, then description, that column field name description, and finally one status, and here is the status. So let me just show you in our database, name, description and status. These three fields are there. Okay, and it saves into the categories table. Okay, categories table with the data input. And now guys, this result fails or passes. According to that, it is going to redirect back on the same page. So where do you want to redirect? I want to redirect on categories.php and tell category created successfully. If something goes wrong, get back to that categories create.php and tell something went wrong. Okay, done. Let's test the output. Let's save guys here category. So let's tell devices. This is a device area. Yep, and let's click to save. Category created successfully. Perfect. We got the message. And here we see that we are also able to list. So now guys, let us tell the medicines. Medicine. Now this is a medicine area. Let's click to save. Perfect. Done. So now guys, let us get started with edit and delete part. Let's move back and copy and paste the same category create file. Okay, and rename by pressing F2 and rename the file as categories edit.php. That's it. And now guys, let's update few things here. Instead of add, let's make it to edit and move below. So guys, now we need to do some coding here to fetch the data. And now guys, let us get back to this categories.php. So there you'll be finding we have passed the ID, right? So we are passing this category ID as sending the parameter ID. So now guys, let us see whether we are able to get that parameter. Perfect. Okay, so we are on this category edit.php with the ID 1. Okay, so with this help of ID, we are going to fetch the data and show inside this input fields. So let's move back to our categories edit.php and start the code here. So PHP open and PHP close. So first step guys, we are going to check the parameter ID value. So param value or param result, whatever. And what is the function name we have created in previous video. So let me go to the config function.php and here is the function name guys. Okay, so just you need to pass this here. So yep, my parameter data is ID. Okay, so let me just show you. So this is the ID guys. So that ID I'm passing and getting the value and storing here. And also let me see whether we have checked that it is numeric or not. Okay, we have not checked here the numeric, so we can do that validation here itself. Just add a if condition here. If it's not a numeric, is underscore numeric function params and just echo that. Echo in a h5 tag. Just concatenate whatever you get the result. Param value. Okay, and return false. If you find everything, then you can just go ahead like get the category detail, get by ID, so my table name and the ID value. So this is the param value. Okay, if you want, I can just echo and show you here. Echo, and let me comment this for right now. Refresh. So here you see that 1. Let's move back. Okay, so we get this and the table name. Let me copy my table name. What is that? It is categories. So paste here. And now guys, you get the data here. We are going to check this category of status. According to our condition, it is going to be 200. If it is 200, then you're going to show this complete form. So now guys, let us bring this down and you need to show in else condition, else open and close bracket. But we are missing with the PHP open and close, PHP open and PHP close. Done. And now guys, here whatever message you are setting from this get by ID function, so we are going to echo that. That's it. echo as message. And let me just show this in a h5 tag. Okay, and now guys, let us see here to get this data, copy and paste inside the value value attribute, echo and close, PHP paste, and instead of status we need to tell data of the value. So this is a name column, and now let us copy this to paste in the text area. It is the description box, so let's show in the description. And finally for the status, let me copy this, copy and paste, and here you mention status if equal to true. Okay, if it is equal to 1, then you're going to tell checked else null. So let's mention that checked. Let's change this button name, update, and here instead of save category, let's make it to update category. And also guys, you need to add one extra input field that is about the category ID. Okay, so let's add that input, which is going to be a hidden, and the value echo and close. Let me just copy this and paste here, mention that ID, and what it is actually this input known as category ID. That's it guys. And now let us see the output, whether we get the data or not. Refresh. Perfect. So we have got the data. Now go back, click on edit for the medicine. You get the medicine name and description. Now guys, let's write the code to update the records. So yep, when you submit this, let's copy this button name. Once this button is clicked, you go to the form tag. So where is our form tag here, and it moves to code.php. So let's go to the admin code.php. So here is our admin code.php, and now let's write the code whether we have clicked or not. So you just need to check with the set function $_post method, where this update category, once it is clicked, then you're going to get all the input field names. Okay, so let us get all the input field name guys. So we have already done. Let us copy this. Let me copy this complete code of our create category, and let's make it as update category here. So first step, let us get the category ID. So let's move to our category edit.php file and copy that input name attribute value as category ID and paste here. So you get your category ID. And now guys, with this help of ID, we are going to update the record. So let's move below. So we get all the input fields here and change this function name to update. Okay, update function, the table name, and then ID, and then your data. Okay, so if you want to know, you can just hover on this. You'll be finding that we have set the table name, ID, and then the data. Okay, done. And now guys, whatever results comes, you can just show here like updated successfully, else something went wrong. And I want to redirect back on the same page on this category edit.php. So let's get back and just copy this file name here, move back and paste on this both condition. So now guys, this ID is dynamic. You need to be always changing it. So just remove that dot and then copy that category ID. That's it guys. So let's copy this and paste here again for this. Something went wrong also. Save it. And now guys, let's see the output. Yep. Let's move, refresh. So medicine, update. Let's click on update, category updated successfully. Perfect. So here you see the data has updated and this area also. Let's click update. Awesome guys. Let's check this checkbox and update here. So you see that it's by defaultly checked, and also when we get back here it tells it is hidden. Okay, awesome. So let's again make the data correct and update it. Okay, updated successfully. Get back. So guys, we have done with the edit and update option, and now let's get started with delete option. So as we have done for the admin delete, so let me just show you here, view admin. On this admin we see that delete option, right? So same code we are going to copy and paste and just modify for the category part. Let's move and create the category delete.php file. So let's right click on the admin folder, tell categories delete.php. Okay, so we are on in, and now let's go to the admin delete.php file. Let's control A, copy the whole code and close this file. Let's paste inside this categories delete.php, paste it, and now let's validate from first step. So first we are going to check with the ID. So whatever the ID is there, then we get in. So if we find that ID is called as not admin ID, it will be our category ID. Okay. So now we are going to check that category ID is exist or not from the categories table. So add that categories table here. So we are checking with the help of get by ID. Okay. Get your category. So we get the category data and we check if it is 200, then we get in, else you are out here. So on the outside, you show that the category message, whatever you get something went wrong or ID is not found. Okay, according to that condition. So guys, if the data is found, then you come in here and inside this if condition, you are deleting the categories record. Okay, so let's copy the categories table name and the category ID you are going to pass. Okay, with this help of delete function, you are going to delete the record. Okay, so this is my delete function, guys. With this help of delete function, we are going to delete the record. Done. And now here, whatever response you get, response, let's copy this and paste here. So whatever response, if response is true, you get back and tell category deleted successfully and redirect back to categories.php file. If something goes wrong, you can get back again to the categories.php file until something went wrong. Here I'm missing it, guys. Let's change this file names here. It should go back to the categories.php file itself. So now let us save and let's move back and test it. Let's go to our view category. I'm going to add one dummy category here, ASD. Save. So here we are. Now guys, I'm going to click on delete, deleted, category deleted successfully. Perfect. So guys, we saw that we have done a complete CRUD application for this category. And now let us see in the next video about the products part. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please subscribe, like and share.